Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network, biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Good morning, all. You were probably hearing in the microphone the background of the garbage truck that comes, and you probably hear that. This microphone picks up everything, which is why I got to build a soundproof booth around my desk for doing my audiobooks. Even though, like, I have all this soundproofing on the walls and all that kind of stuff, it's actually sound deadening. It ain't soundproofing. I couldn't afford the soundproofing, but it's happening. For those of you who are new to the show, we do biker news and biker content, especially as it refers to the motorcycle club social construct. So we hope you guys hang out with us. We're doing content pretty much twice a day these days. If you don't get our notifications, just please just check back, because we're going to be putting out something first thing in the morning, somewhere around 10ish, between like 10 and 10:30, and then we normally put something out in the afternoon or evening. Last night I did a live walk through a tunnel or whatever. I thought it'd be really cool. Turns out that it was just lousy sound, lousy reception. The video was all screwed up. Somebody actually sent me a message and say, "Oh, I'm glad that you're in your fancy studio now. I didn't realize how much better it was." So we'll try to be careful of the extravagant locations. I thought it'd be pretty cool. It would have been pretty cool for a pre-recorded video, but the live it wasn't cutting it. I guess the signal strength in the middle of Atlanta was not good. So we are on a few different platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, and also our online podcast, wherever you get your podcast, called the Dragon's Lair, LAIR Motorcycle Chaos. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. So in the beginning, we like to talk about a little news, and then we get over into like maybe my opinions or whatever else we're going to talk about. So in today's news channel, our news story, we're going to get into that right now. 4 minutes and 35 seconds in. So this was an interesting story because it goes back to a time that was really just crazy in the biker world in Canada, in the Quebec area. And it was crazy for most of us when you go back and you read the story. It's just almost unbelievable. But it had to do with the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, and they, as the story goes, decided to up there in Canada, they decided that there were some guys in the club that weren't doing the right things. So a decision was made to take those cats out, and that's what happened. The hit was sanctioned on those brothers, and they were taken out. The fallout from that was crazy, and what so what we see here, let me get over here to this for you guys. So I was looking through the news, and one of the figures in that, so he was charged and he did his time, and so forth and so on, and he did a lot of time. Uh, so he, a Top Hells Angels member, faces a charge for the first time since Quebec biker war. Sorry. Now it's kind of interesting. I almost even want to rename this. You might see this renamed. The Canadian Police Department and law enforcement will tear down your clubhouse. Because that's kind of what happened as a result of this. So let's talk about the news story first. So this guy was charged way back then, and now for the first time since then, and that was 2001, he's facing a new charge. So his name is Richard Dick Maryland, who served one of the longest sentences to come out of Operation Springtime in 2001. He is accused of failing to declare money at customs that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police believe came through proceeds of crime. So it seems like quite a small charge compared to what he has faced in his lifetime. So he didn't declare the money that he was carrying across the border, and they charged him for that. And they believe that it came, the authorities believe that it came from crime. So we're going to look at that. I'm just looking over here real briefly at the comments. Somebody said they need to calm down. Is somebody making hoopla in the comments? Hey, what's up with you, Harley House 76? I see you there. Okay, so I was just looking over there. Sometimes I gotta look over at you. I don't know why I got mods that handle stuff. So, but every now and then, you know how y'all be. All right, so let's get into the story a little more. So this happened 13 hours ago. A longtime member of the Hells Angels in Quebec has been accused of failing to declare to a customs officer how much money he was bringing into Canada when he returned to the country earlier this year. And they're going to charge him for that. And you know something? This is an incredible kind of charge that I think all countries have. Do you guys remember that Mexican man that came over from Mexico? He was an illegal alien, and he washed dishes for 35 years here in America and saved, I don't know, was it $66,000 or $100,000 that he saved in that time, cash, which had set him up to be a king back home. He was going to be able to go back home with this money, buy his land, make his investments, and be sitting up doing fine. And then all of a sudden, as he was going through customs, he had his money on his stomach, on a stomach belt thing, and he didn't declare that money. So they took every penny of it for him not declaring that money. Do you guys remember that? So this is they want to know how much money you got in these countries, and you're going to declare it or they're going to take it from you. So it was, that might seem like a pretty lousy, pretty crappy charge, but they damn sure charged him with it. So the charge against Richard Dick, they call him Dick, Mayrand, 58 years old, was filed at the Montreal courthouse this week following an investigation by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The alleged offense occurred in Montreal on February the 20th, and Mayrand has been summoned to appear in court in September. He is alleged to have violated a section of Canada's Proceeds of Crime Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Act. Wow. Proceeds of Crime Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Act. The charge involves all alleged failure to declare to a customs officer the importation of cash of a value equal to or greater than the regulatory amount when such a declaration was made. A conviction under the summary offense comes with a maximum fine of $250,000 or a 2-year prison term maximum. It is the first time Mayrand has been charged with any wrongdoing since Operation Springtime 2001. So it's been 20 years since he's done anything, a little over 20 years, when he and many other members of the Hells Angels Nomads chapter and the drug trafficking network that worked under them were rounded up and charged with being part of a conspiracy to sell drugs like cocaine and eliminate their enemies in what came to be known as Quebec's biker gang war. And all you got to do is look that up. That story is absolutely crazy. Those guys were on full tilt, bro. They wasn't messing around. Lots and lots and lots and lots of bodies dropped. There was one guy, if I remember correctly, who had 40. He had killed 40 people all by himself. So Mayrand, a full patch member of the Nomads chapter at the time, was one of the few who actually took their case to a full trial before a jury. He was found guilty of being part of a general conspiracy to murder the gang's rivals between 1994 and 2001, drug trafficking, and participating in the activities of a criminal organization. He was ultimately left with a 16-year prison term, one of the longest sentences to come out of the Operation Springtime debacle. The investigation revealed that Mayrand became a leader in the Nomads chapter after its founder, Maurice Mom Butcher, was arrested for ordering the deaths of provisional prison guards. And I believe that he recently died. He joined the Nomads chapter on January 17, 2000, after being a member of the biker gang's Montreal chapter for 15 years. According to a decision made by the Parole Board of Canada in 2014, when Mayrand was about to reach his statutory release date, he was one of 3 Hells Angels who negotiated a truce with a rival gang called the Rock Machine that eventually put an end to the conflict. When he happened to appear before the parole board nearly 8 years ago, he said he would always remain loyal to the MC, to the Hells Angels MC. They say biker gang, but we try to clean it up a little. While participating in a violence prevention program before his hearing, he said he felt the Hells Angels were the victims of a false image in Quebec. I no longer need anything, he said. I only need to help others. As he was quoted, having told the people running that program, he said, I want to be happy without needing material things. But whatever the case is that they got him for, it was pretty damn material, because it was an amount of money, which they didn't say, but one would think it was a lot. So as I was looking at the story, I came across this video, and this happened in 2001. So this was their clubhouse, and this struck me as very interesting because they burned it down. Not burned it down, but tore it down. So I had to go back and do a little research on that. But I wanted to show you this because this is like probably the most terrible thing anyone can ever imagine having happen to their motorcycle club. No one likes that. No one can imagine that. So let's look at this and we'll talk about this for a second.
Where we are today are generated great media and popular interest.
Hold on a second. I always forget to do this. Let me turn the speakers internal so you can hear them inside the computer instead of the outside screen speakers. Here we go.
Where we are today are generated great media and popular interest in the last few years. The surrounding legal procedures that began with the Operation Shark in 2009 ended with the decision rendered by the highest court in Canada. This decision confirms this property forfeiture as an offense related property. An offense related property is a property used to commit a crime. So, Judge Cohen, in September 2017, stated that in the present case, the evidence showed without any doubt that the building has been modified and used to commit a crime by the gang for drug trafficking, but also conspiracy to commit murder against Hells Angels rival. This is an invincible fortress that has been used by the accused throughout the gang war between July 1st, 1994 and July 11, 2002. In this context, that the old lair of Sherbrooke has been confiscated. We want to remind you that the DCPP, in the name of the Attorney General of Quebec, manage and administers the offense-related properties and proceeds of crime. The law allows destroying the confiscated property if it's in the interest of the public. The DCPP decided to proceed with the demolition of this bunker because it is a symbol of organized crime, but also for general public interest. Every year, the amounts confiscated in the name of the Attorney General are shared in accordance with the government decree established in 1999. The amounts are distributed among Victim Assistance Fund, police forces that participated in the operation, and community organizations invested in crime prevention programs. The demolition of this bunker will fully help the sale of this land to the benefit of these organizations for whom the existence depends on these amounts and for the benefit of the entire society. Concretely, on one side, we confiscated this property from the offenders, and on the other side, we bring solution for groups invested in crime prevention and who are there to support victims. In closing, the DCPP want to thank the Sûreté du Québec for its valuable collaboration throughout this case.
So, holy moly. Are you I mean, do you understand what just happened there? So they tore this property down in 2001, and we're going to talk about that because there's another story here about how that whole thing happened. But just listening to her, there to I don't know. In my way of thinking, which is probably screwed up. I'm a biker. We think screwed up. I'm a military guy. We think screwed up. I think there's a complete conflict of interest that the people who shut down your clubhouse, put your members in jail, and confiscate your clubhouse, and then tear it down, also get to benefit from the sale of your clubhouse. Um, does that seem off to you? Like the police department that launched the investigation, came up with the evidence, prosecuted you, judge, jury, execution, and benefactor. Like, wow, that's amazing to me. And you heard her say who gets the proceeds, didn't you? She said the proceeds were going to be divided by uh, the groups that. Let me see if I can get back to where she said who got the proceeds. It was crazy.
In crime prevention programs. The demolition of this
Crime prevention programs and these other agencies, the police department, the agency she said that what would benefit. It was crazy.
stated in the operation and community organization.
Uh, the the departments that participated in the operation. Isn't that what she said? Hold on.
Are distributed among victim assistance found police forces that
So it's distributed among police forces, victim something. Wow. Okay, one more time. Here we go.
are shared in accordance with the government decree established in 1999. The amounts are distributed among victim assistance found police forces that participated in the operation and community organization.
Yeah, she said police forces that participated in the operation. Boy, if we if we want, well, let's just fleece those guys for their. I mean, you can't. Can you do that? Is this fair? Uh, it happens here in the United States too. Like when they pull you over with this civil asset forfeiture BS. Uh, where you're driving down the road, you got $100,000 in your pocket, and they tell you have too much money, and we suspect that money of a crime, and we don't have to prove the crime. We just take the money, and you've got to prove the money is innocent. And they make a deal for you. They give you a piece of your money back. You guys have seen that, right? I've covered it many times. So, let's go to the story more specifically about the tearing down of this bunker. I mean, we saw the video, but what happened? How did this? And first of all, she said it was an impenetrable bunker. It just looked like a house to me. I don't know. I was in the military. I've been in a few impenetrable bunkers, and they didn't look like that. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's impenetrable. It just didn't look all that impenetrable to me. You guys probably know better. Anyway, 5 members of the Laval chapter of the Hells Angels were gunned down at this site in 1985. This is what kind of led to this thing getting shut down and torn down. This is what they call the Hells Angels bunker in Sherbrooke, Quebec. Was razed to the ground on Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. So, just over a year ago. The Hells Angels bunker in Sherbrooke, the site of one of the most notorious crimes ever committed in Quebec, was quickly torn down by a payloader Wednesday afternoon. It did seem to go down pretty quickly. The bunker on the land in the eastern townships previously owned by the Sherbrooke chapter of the Hells Angels was demolished after a lengthy legal battle, which I think went on since like 2012. The building located on a hill above Wellington Street in what used to be Lennoxville was a constant reminder of the gang's presence in a normally tranquil part of the eastern townships. It was also the last remaining Hells Angels bunker in Quebec. Buildings that once, I guess if it's your clubhouse, it's called a bunker there, maybe. That's, they get all these militarized terms, make you just look bad as hell. Oh, that's the Hells Angels bunker. Looks like a house. I think of a bunker with turrets and sandbags, don't you? But anyway, it was the last remaining bunker. Buildings that once belonged to other chapters in Sorel, Troy, Riviere. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to say that word. Troy Riveris. Who knows how to say that word? There must be a way to say that word somewhere. No? Well, I tried it. I thought there would be something to tell us how to say this word. French pronunciation is, and you're going to spell it in some kind of way that no one can. Yeah. Well, let's see. We're trying. We're really trying. Here it is. Let's see. No, but we tried. Anyway, I'll tear it up. It looks like 3 rivers. Right? Choice Rivieras. Yeah. Choice Rivieras. Was that Spanish or screwed up French? I don't know. But anyway, chapters located in those places and other cities have met similar fates in the previous year. So they've just been tearing down Hells Angels bunkers all over the place up there. The property was confiscated as the proceeds of crime. The property was confiscated as the proceeds of crime as a result of Operation Shark, SHARQC. It looks like Shark to me. In an investigation that shook the biker gang when arrests were first made in April 2009. The investigation revealed that most of the biker gang's members across Quebec took part in a general conspiracy to murder its rivals between 1994 and 2002, a period commonly referred to as Quebec's biker gang war. And you should read up on that. It's a compelling read. More than 160 people, including several innocent victims, were killed during the conflict. That's a lot of people. On March 24th, 1985, the bunker was the scene of a crime that would awaken Quebec to what the gang was capable of. Members of another now defunct chapter based in Laval consumed cocaine that the gang had purchased to sell as they sought to increase their presence as drug dealers across Quebec. The unruly behavior of the Laval chapter created problems for the Hells Angels, who purchased cocaine from other criminal organizations, and a decision was made to get rid of at least 7 of the bikers. 5 members, Guy Lewis, Chop, Adam, John Guy, Brutus, Geoffrin, Laurent, L. Anglis, VL Michael, Willie Mayrand, and John Pierre Matthew were summoned to the bunker on the pretense that they had been invited to a meeting or a party. They were gunned down instead. This is a real kind of generic rendition of how that all played out. Just reading that story and all the things that went wrong and all the things that weren't done properly. One of the guys that they were after, actually, I think the president didn't show up, and just that whole story. If you've never read it, you'd just be sitting there with your mouth open the whole time, like, wow, they really did that. They weren't messing around. They were on one. The slaughter came to be known as the Lennoxville Purge after the bodies of the murdered Hells Angels were pulled out of the river. The bodies were covered in sleeping bags and weighed down by cinder blocks and weights, which everybody knows that really doesn't work, right? According to testimony later heard during a coroner's inquest, 41 members of the gang's Montreal, Sherbrooke, and Halifax chapters were present in Lennoxville when the 5 men were slaughtered. 5 Hells Angels ended up being convicted of first-degree murder in the investigation of what happened in the bunker, as well as the murders of 2 other gang members who were killed a short while later. The long process that led to the property being turned over to the Quebec government began, August 27, 2012. And it took them to 2021 to actually tear that place down. When 24 Hells Angels pleaded guilty to being part of a general conspiracy to murder during the biker gang war, that included an admission that members of the Sherbrooke chapter did guard duty and protected the bunker during the biker war. So the prosecution argued that this facilitated the gang's activities during the conflict, which gave them the pretext by which they could finally get the property and destroy it. Included among the men who pleaded guilty were Guy Ackler, George, I'm killing these names, Bailiu, and Richard Rousseau, founding members of the Sherbrooke chapter when it was chartered on December 5th, 1984. They admitted they were members of the gang when they pleaded guilty. They were also listed as administrators of the numbered company that owned part of the property when the government sought to have it confiscated. 99%er Club says, I was working hip hop night club security during the biker wars, and it was hard, but we successfully created peace. They made a movie about our security team. Wow. Well, yeah, man, I'd love to hear all about that. I'd like you to come on the channel and talk about your time back then. That's really cool. Hit me up at Black Dragon at BlackSabbathMC.com, man. Love to hear that story. including the men who pleaded guilty. Okay, we already read that. In a decision delivered on September 11, 2017, allowing Quebec's Attorney General to confiscate the property, Superior Court Justice Carol Cohen wrote, the building was modified and used during the gang war to facilitate the commission of the conspiracy to commit murder. In addition, the building, which forms a whole compromising the enclosed parts, could not serve other purposes. So they just said they condemned the building and it couldn't be used for anything. The Hells Angels tried to appeal the decision, but were rejected in 2019, 2 years later. During a council meeting held in April, the city of Sherbrooke rejected an offer to purchase the land for $538,000, which seems like a pretty decent sum of money. This was offered by the Directeur des Poursuites Criminelles et Pénales. Part of the reason behind the decision to reject the offer was that the city would still have to pay for the cost of the demolition. According to a record of the unanimous vote, the offer was also rejected because the lands do not show development potential due to the lack of services since 2009. Oh, so it was in 2009, it was probably vacated or empty or something. So by the time 2019 rolls around, it's probably pretty dilapidated in there. And it also said the entire property is on steep slopes. They didn't look so steep to me. Did the slopes look steep to you?
And popular interest in the last few years. The surrounding
I
legal
don't see a damn steep slope anywhere.
procedures that began with the Operation Shark in 2000 with the decision in Canada as an
Just
offense-related
as
property.
flat as hell. I don't know. Maybe there's some deep slopes back there. Yeah, maybe I'm missing the deep slopes. Yeah, maybe they're way back there. This was a substantial looking piece of property. It looks like it had been empty for a long time. The roof is all faded. So yeah, since probably about 2009, this thing was probably a shambles.
And offense-related property.
When they finally tore it down, it was probably just in shambles. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the government, yeah, you can see it was just, it was pretty messed up, man. It was, I don't know if you guys see this too good on your phone. They still had the satellite TV antenna up though. But it was looking pretty bad by the time they got to it and tore it down. So, hey, man, listen. This was that whole thing was tough, and they tore down their clubhouse. And now, does this happen in the United States? It does. I actually saw it happen in Los Angeles. One of the big 1%er clubs on the black set got their clubhouse taken by the city. Man, I used to sleep on the floor in that clubhouse when I was a prospect. And I think they wound up demolishing that place as well. Or selling it to somebody maybe who demolished it and built something else. Hey, somebody, I was right. Hey, somebody said Choice Riveri is Three Rivers. Yes. That's my high school French. Gall darn it. That's all I remembered of it though. Troy, however you say it, equals 3. Yeah, I listen, I knew that. If that's a bunker, the Dragon Wagon is a first class destroyer. Hey, I didn't call it a bunker. They called it a bunker. I think of bunkers as, bunkers, fortified. And she said it was impenetrable. Uh, Maybe at one time it was. Montreal French started 81 Canada wide, and a lot of changes had to happen, like Lennoxville. Appreciate that. We're getting some real history from somebody that was there. Uh, let's see. Somebody said it's getting close to leathers at night. Are you guys crying? You guys been screaming about how hot the summer is and global warming, and now we're crying about leathers? Although it was cool last night, I'm not going to lie. uh, let's see. I'm just uh, checking through my uh, um, comments before I get out of here. Canada is like a fart, silent but deadly. Uh, some farts are. Let's see. Still 105 degrees where evil is. Okay, so we are. Oh, I'm way behind in these, aren't I? Black Dragon, got to work on your French. You know what? I do. I took French in high school, though. I think I got an F. But I was there. Let's see. No links can be done by anybody. Listen, I can't even do links. There is peace in Montreal today, and everyone works in sweet and somewhat harmony. Yeah, because you know what? But you guys paid so dearly for that peace. You guys, you paid so dearly. So many lives were lost. Like I remember reading about one guy who he himself killed over 40 people. And because he turned state's evidence, he wasn't charged for those crimes of killing those 40 people. In some kind of way, what other people did was so much more horrible that he was able to some kind of way not be charged for that. But they wound up getting him for something else. He was kind of like Sammy the Bull. He couldn't stay out of trouble. And I think they wound up getting him for something else. But it was crazy. So, folks, I just so this guy got in a little trouble. Even if he's convicted, he did like 16 years. So, 2 years won't be, much for him. He'd do that standing on his head. I think for him the big problem would be that they took my money. I'm not sure if this is another picture, another video of the same thing we just saw. I would show that to you.
Would you be interested in collecting?
No, I would not. Wouldn't be interested. Would y'all? Let me see if I can. If this is what that is. No, that's not. It's through a completely different story. So anyway, that's this video, and I don't know. Like I said, I think it's crazy that you would have to, that the people that, it's almost like, for me, it's almost like this one biker who infiltrated a couple of 1% motorcycle clubs, and now he's he's doing a whole book deal movie series on it, and it is what's up, Al Wolf Cruising USA, long time fan, first time chat, welcome, thanks for coming. But it's almost like one of those guys that like, if you're a police officer and this was your job, should you get to write a book about it? Because one has to think that maybe the whole time you were putting together and falsifying or amping things up or running things up so that you could have some more great content for your book. It just seems a little icky to me. It just seems a bit icky. So let me see if anybody won the nobody. Wow, nobody tried to win the book yesterday. That's sad, man. Okay. Yeah, nobody tried to win the book yesterday. So we'll do a new question for the giveaway since nobody even tried to win the book yesterday. Wow, that hurt. That hurts my feelings. Y'all don't want a free book? Okay, so I didn't even remember the question I asked yesterday. That's sad, but we'll go on to 19. Ghost Eagle says I forgot about it. No, that was the day before. So okay, what is today's gonna be? All right, today's question will be I made a video over on TikTok today about the FBI, defunding the FBI, like that I thought was kind of funny. So yeah, Jeremy Young, that was already done yesterday. So I had a different one. Question for today, and nobody tried to answer it, and I forgot what it was now. So we're gonna do Trevor Drake won that one, you guys. Trevor Drake won that one. When is Black Sabbath coming to Montreal? When are we invited? We'll roll up there, but I don't want it to be in the winter. Don't it be cold up there? Yeah, we can ride up, bro. We ain't got no problem riding up there and hanging out with y'all. We got some friends up there. Another club. I think it's the only black biker club up there. Are they in Montreal? You might know who they are. So yeah, we had been planning to come up there anyway. So here's my question. The alphabets surrounded a family and assassinated a woman. What was she holding in her arms? And where was that place called? Yeah, that's my question for tomorrow. You might have to go to my, if you don't know, you might have to go to my TikTok, Black Dragon Biker TV TikTok video to see. All right, man. That's it for today, right? So you can hit the like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate that, and share us. When you do that, that helps the algorithm go up, so more people can see us. Big Bone, make sure to go check out him on the Big Bone Yard. He's over there. Check him out. Black Dragon Biker TV is on IG, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitch. So check us out over there. My books, Prospects Bible, Sergeant Arms Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, and Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs is all available on, or should I say are all available on Amazon Kindle, and you can get your autographed copies at blackdragonsgear.com. Make sure to get the Prospects Bible on audio if you haven't already. It's on Audible. And if you use the link on Audible to get it, that is down in the description below. I'll get a couple extra bucks if you do it that way. So something to think about. The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos is our online podcast, and Dragon's Lair, Lair, so you can listen to us while you're driving your 18-wheeler or whatever the case may be. The link is in the description below. Well, wherever you get podcasts, you can get the Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. And sometimes I'm in the Dragon Wagon, or I'm here in the Dragon's Nest, or down in the Dragon's Lair when I'm doing my podcast. Please join us on the Discord link. The Discord link is in the description box below. You can go down there and hang out with us. My email address is blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. And if you need to call me here in the studio, my number is 404-692-0336. And there's a guy who keeps calling me every couple days. He says he's in the AOA nation. And he just plays racist songs to me and N-word and sends me all of this support your local state. Just a bunch of craziness. So I don't know, guy. If you really want to spend that much time with me, I'll call you up and we can just listen to each other breathe. Obviously, you're obsessed with me. You just call and hang up the phone. It's just ridiculous. Like, your voice sounds like you're my same age, but you ain't got nothing better to do than to play on the phone. I mean, hell, let's sit on the phone and listen to each other breathe. Maybe you can masturbate to me or something. You ain't in that club, so why are you playing? You wouldn't make a pimple's ass in that club. Just, you wouldn't. So I don't know where these weird people come from, man. Just weird people show up and do all kinds of weird stuff, man. I mean, this guy calls me 10 or 15 times a day. Like, what the hell? Am I that beautiful? And then he just sends like the most racist stuff. Like, bro, like I heard all that stuff in like 5th grade. You don't have any new material? Like, I wish that would stop me from going to sleep at night. That the fact that you don't like me because what color I was born as. I probably would be more hurt if you didn't like me because I was fat. I could do something about that. I tell you what, I'm going to change colors tonight. And that way you'll like me. Man, get the hell. Yeah. But anyway, I'm fine. Keep calling. That's why I put the phone number up there so you and anybody else could call, man. Just keep calling. We're good. Call. I'm easy to get a hold of. Most people say, I can't believe you answered, Black Dragon. Yeah. Just call me up. We can talk. But if you have something that you want to talk about, like you got to have advice and all this kind of stuff, then you got to hit me on my app. Clarity.fm/black-dragon. Clarity.fm/black-dragon. And there you set up an appointment and we can talk about whatever your problems are and that sort of thing. So anyway, when the thing was happening, the FBI flew a helicopter over my yard and spotlighted me for lighting my barbecue pit. Oh, wow. Look at Terry Townsend. Don't be answering. Terry Townsend already answered my question for tomorrow. You got to send that email to me, blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com, so I can send you your book. So you got to send that email to me, blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. For those of you who are trying to win that contest. And don't be looking at Terry Townsend's answer either. That's not fair. Seen about defunding the FBI from YouTube yesterday on another channel. They're still trying. It's funny. But anyway, let's see. Did you get it? The black dudes in Toronto, the boss is Chrome, and the gypsy. Yes, that's exactly. So Toronto is not where you are. You're in not Toronto. How far are they apart from each other? How far is Montreal from Toronto? Let's see. First of all, Atlanta to Montreal is 18 hours and 58 minutes. Jesus. Well, that's we have a 1,700 mile in 1 day patch. We could stretch it out and be there. Yeah. So now let's see, Montreal to Toronto. Right. Montreal to Toronto is another 5 hours. Okay. So we could swing and hit both of y'all. Okay. Yeah. I'm down for the ride. Maybe we can get a whole bunch of us and ride a whole bunch of us all and ride up there together. You say less than 5 hours. It says 5 hours and 35 minutes. So you must be on one when you're going over there. So yeah, man, we could do that. 18 hours. Jeez Louise. I think I'm too old for an 18-hour ride anymore. But hey, okay, we'll do it. That's not hard. Maybe some of our okay, so let me put this up for you guys. So there we are. That's the path to get there. Atlanta, Charlotte, and we'll be rolling through the backcountry. I don't even know what the hell highways these are. Oh, 81. Never been on 81 before. Is this a fairly decent highway, this 81? I've never even heard of the 87. Yeah. Well, we'll be on the 78 for a minute. Wow. Okay. And then we cross. You guys don't have guns up there, right? So where are we going to leave our weapons? Is there a place at the border we can leave our stuff? Here's Montreal, and then where's Toronto? Down here somewhere? Over here, maybe? My whole where things are in Canada is not well. Or is Toronto up here somewhere? I think Toronto's like down to the left, right? Over here somewhere. There's Ottawa. Where's Toronto? All right. I mean, there it is. I was right, down to the left. So it looks like maybe we would go here first. Since you guys are further north, maybe you got to go to New York. Look at that. So maybe we come up like this way and then go to you guys. Yeah. There we go. Not hard. Do we need this whole loop here? There's no straighter way than, yeah. There we go. Yeah. There's no like bridge across this here or something. Maybe this is better. Yeah. There we go. Whole trip, 19 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah. There we go. When are we going to do it, man? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, sounds good. The Dragon Wagon or the Victory? Yeah, we're riding the motorcycle up there, bro. Uh, because the guys in Toronto have a great place for us to stay and everything. Um, yeah, so we'll ride up there. We'll all, hey, let's just get a whole group of us from the States and let's all go, man. My club brothers will come and we'll just get on up there. Checking in from Western Ohio. Good to talk to you, Eric. No guns or you're toast. Okay, well, we won't be bringing none up there. That's easy. We'll just have to figure out something else. Yeah. Yeah, Highway 81 is a good highway, somebody says. Let's shoot for the spring, says my brother. We'll make it a Black Dragon run. Yeah. Well, my club brother's I already got one club brother that says, let's do it. Sheesh, you do 81. I would like to meet you, Black Dragon, when you hit Tennessee. Well, Nitro, you need to ride on up with us, man. Since we're going, Jeremy Young says, I'm in Michigan. Yeah, we need to plan this and we get as many of y'all to roll up. 99%er Club says we'll be welcomed in Canada. You need to hit BC. Is that what Canada's called, BC, or is there something else that's up there? Oh, there's Quebec right there. Just another 5 damn more hours. Maybe we can go up to where the old clubhouse once was. Check that out. Wow. It's been so many years since I've been to Canada. You want to know how many years it's been? Since the World Fair. Remember the World's Fair was up there in 1984, maybe? I can't wait to get my books in person, signed by you in person. Absolutely. Oh, you bought my books? Thank you. Am I going to Biketoberfest? I might. West Coast of Canada, Black Dragon. That's what the BC. Okay, BC, British Columbia, which is a province you call states. Well, once we get up there, we're with you, man. You tell us where we're riding to, and we're riding where you. You could stop in Fort Edward, New York. Cruising USA will welcome you and do barbecue. Hey, yeah. I wonder how many people we could actually get to ride. Vancouver is a city in BC. That's where the World's Fair was, in Vancouver in 1980 something. I was there. I was there at the World Fair in Vancouver. When was that? World's Fair, Vancouver. Is that every year? No, 86. 1986. I was there. Oh my God, they had some bad girls. Woo! They abused me. You will feel like you're in heaven riding in the BC mountains. Oh, the switchbacks. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Aunt Squirrely's been there. She says, I love BC. Don't forget your passports. We have them. Somebody else. Somebody else got the question right. You got to send the answer to blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. All right, man. Listen, I'm out of here. I didn't mean to stay here an hour. Bring your RV. Well, if I did that, I couldn't ride with everybody. But Jesus Christ, how much money would it cost to drive that thing up there? At least $2,000 or $3,000. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be, that would be a chunk. Well, we're only talking about, 1,200 miles. So I think gas might be, how much did you guys gas up there? $20 a gallon? All right, listen, I had fun with you guys this morning. I said all the stuff I needed to say. Yeah, let's get a creator ride. We could go up to Canada by the hundreds. Yes, it would be. It absolutely damn would be. My club brother is taking it on. Oh, by the way, congratulations to my club brother Goose, who is now the president of the Topeka, Kansas chapter. Almost thought I forgot. He just became president of the Topeka, Kansas chapter last night. He started out as a subscriber to Black Dragon Biker TV and has begun all the way through to become a president of one of our chapters. It took him years to do that, and we are so proud of him, man, and so proud of what of the very great people the internet has brought to us. So appreciate you, man. And he said he's going to work on this, so that means that this ride is going to happen. So there you go. If Goose gets on it, it's happening. All right. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Well, where are my buttons at? Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. The book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.